Hello everyone. I was about to say good morning, but I realized it's morning for me, not necessarily for you. We are here on January 15th, the end of week two's Low Buy Collab theme challenges for melting. And I wanted to go over with you what I finished, what I haven't finished, and what I've learned so far about myself and my wax melting practices and what I like and don't like. And I'm not necessarily talking about scents. I'm talking about how I do things. So let's jump on in. Week two was all about scoops and clams. So Scoopables. And it says it was for January 9th through the 15th. And it says everyone has a stash of scoopable wax and clamshells I know you don't reach for. Now is the week to do so. They can be brand new or half used. The goal this week is to use it up. Well, I did accomplish that with some things and not with others. So we're going to go through that. And like I said, I'm going to give you my opinion on what I did melt and my view on how I like to do things. So let me jump in with what I finished. I finished. I had this one open, I think, already. I had some cubes left of perfect peppermint, and I finished that up. I finished up, let me see if I can grab these together. I probably should have tried to do kind of like one vendor at a time kind of thing. Just so that I can tell you my thoughts. These are all, oh goodness. Okay, so I'm not gonna have an easy time grabbing them. All right, so I did this one from Jim's Daughter Crafts. I think it wasn't a full, I don't think it was a full one. It's called Wild West. And this says mysterious, slightly masculine with hints of leather and musk. And I tend to think I only had 3 cubes, and I say that because I did it in this room. And I know I didn't do like 2 cubes in each warmer. I thought I did 1 cube in each warmer. I'm almost positive that's what I had. So I did that in this room. I said that I generally keep the 2 doors closed. There's a door on this side of the room and one right here. And the one right here is right basically at the foyer entrance. So when I did this one, my husband had gone out, I don't know, he might have had to run an errand or something, and he came in and he asked me, what do you got going? Now again, I had stuff going in the living room, in the dining room, in the kitchen, on the foyer, all around. He's like, I'm smelling leather. This was permeating through the house. Because nothing else I warmed that day had leather, and he was picking up the leather. He liked it, but he was like, I can't believe how much I can smell leather. He's like, as soon as I walked in the door, that's what I smelled, was leather. So he was smelling Wild West coming from this room. Now, there's a little gap underneath the door that leads to the foyer, so obviously it could have been permeating through there, and that's where he really picked it up. But we were sitting in the kitchen, and yeah, I could smell it too. I could smell leather. I was like, yeah, I pick it up. So I couldn't get over how much this traveled. It's not like my room was super strong and I couldn't take it coming in here, but it's like, talking about throw, it just like threw it out. So okay. Then I tried to go through as much of the L3 Waxy Wonders that I had in the clamshells. So I did go through the bar of Wood Sage, Sea Salt, Joe Malone type. This one I liked. Kelly had left me a comment about how she had smelled the plastic smell also, and what she does is she takes them out and puts them in a different bag, and that seems to get rid of the plastic smell. I felt like I wanted to use these up this week, so I didn't want to move these because I was going to be using them. But for some of them, I did get like a plastic note even when it was warming, almost like the plastic smell had permeated into the wax. And yeah, I kind of got some of it. Not on every one of them, but some of them. Wood sage and sea salt I felt did nicely. It didn't have a super duper strong throw, but like I had done 3 cubes in the sunroom, which I call now the living room, and I thought it did well. It wasn't something that, it was one of those that I could smell it in the air. It just wasn't like intense the way I tend to like a scent to be. Like, I don't need it to be super strong like it's knocking me off my feet, but I want to really know it's there. And this one was more like, oh yeah, okay, I smell it. But it was more like I had to leave the room and come back and then I could smell it. So I did like wood sage, sea salt, Jo Malone type. This one, which I think maybe the SoCal Mint Southern California Hollister type. I don't really remember getting much from this at all. And then, oh gosh, I still get that plastic smell. Gosh, that's, And I might have gotten even the plastic in the warming. I'm not sure, but I didn't really enjoy it. I did sugar cookies, and I pretty much did this one in the kitchen. It did okay. Again, I'm not one that's going to pick up this kind of scent very well, so I got it. I'd say I got it very lightly in the kitchen, but I did get it. I did smell the sugar cookies. Grapefruit mangosteen. I did this one in the dining room, and it was throwing very well. And I wasn't completely opposed to the scent because I love grapefruit. I do like grapefruit. I think it was the day. And that's part of what I'm learning about how I melt and what I like to do. I just wasn't enjoying it. And it wasn't because I didn't really like the scent. I think it was the day. I wound up taking because I keep those little paper cup things. Let me show you a sample of one. Like these, right? In my warmers. I wound up taking them out so that it would harden, and I actually put something else in afterwards, and I'll explain that more in a little bit. But I don't think it was the scent. I think it was just the timing of when I did it. And then I finished candy corn, which I had, I think, 4 cubes. And I had said that I really didn't like this one that much. So I tried, I think I put it one time in the mudroom, figuring I wasn't really going to go in there and I wouldn't smell it. And then I think the other time I did it in the kitchen, but I mixed it. I think, if I remember correctly, I mixed it with the one from the bathing garden, which I had, which was salted caramel popcorn. And that's just a little heart thing that was on one of the pieces of wax. So candy corn, finished it. I wouldn't get it again. It wasn't really my thing. Salted caramel popcorn from the bathing garden. I know I have one more of these. And again, the same son who said he didn't like it the first time made a point of telling me again that he still doesn't like it. It's I know it says salted caramel, but to me it's a very buttery popcorn. And that butter note can be that deciding factor whether it's almost like too much butter on the popcorn. And I think that's what he didn't like. And I wouldn't put it throughout my house and have that smell throughout my house, but in the kitchen I was okay. Especially since I know I'm not going to be I'm not going to spend the whole day in the kitchen, so I'd only get little whiffs here and there. And I don't mind a butter scent, so I'm okay with having the other clamshell that I have of it. But I probably wouldn't get any more for the mere fact that I'm not the only person that lives here, and my son has already made a point of telling me twice that he doesn't like it. So I really don't want to, like melt something over and over and over again that other people don't like. I wouldn't want them to do that to me. So, let's see. Oh, I did this one was one of the ones I had gotten from Blazed Wicks, and I said that I wasn't crazy about the way it smelled in the clamshell. It's called Enchanted Forest, and it's got balsam, magnolia, and amber. Didn't like it, and didn't hardly get performance. Like, if I got really close to the warmer, I could smell it, and I didn't like it. But the good side of that was I didn't get very good performance from it, so I didn't really have to endure it, let's say. Let's see, I have here from Super Tarts, I have Jolly Saint Nick, which was snow frosted sandalwood, sweet cranberries, and silver birch. And I liked that one. I thought it did a really nice job. I did that one in the sunroom, living room, and it did well. This one, I only had 3 cubes left. It's from K Scented Melts. It's Cashmere Black, and it I did it more as a mixer for something, I can't remember what, but I mixed it with something else because I don't really smell Cashmere Black. It doesn't really perform for me, so I used it as a mixer. I also did from K Scented Melts Cabin in the Woods, which is White Pumpkin Amber Fireside. This one did nicely. It had I would say a stronger medium throw, and I enjoyed that one. I thought that one did nicely. This one I finished yesterday. I think I had 5 cubes. Yes, 5 cubes of Bewitched from K Scented Melts, and that one's got zucchini, carrot bread, spiced apple, and toasted mallow. I loved it. I thought it did great. I actually did. I put the last 4 cubes in. I'm trying to think of how I did it. I know I did in the dining room, but I had like 1 cube left the day before. Like, I wanted to leave it so that I had just enough for the dining room. So the day before, I had used what would have been the extra piece in the mudroom, thinking I want to be able to finish this bar. When I went to do the wax yesterday, I went into the mudroom thinking, oh, I'm sure it needs to be changed. No, it didn't. I was like, I can still smell Bewitched in the mudroom. It was still doing very well. It wasn't like super strong in there, but I could still smell the scent in there. And that's a room that can be a little difficult for me. So I was very pleasantly pleased about Bewitched. So I enjoyed that one. Let's see. I had one tiny little piece in here. I do remember that, of orange almond scone. And I think I did this in the kitchen, and I probably mixed it with my brick of, what is it? Vanilla bean buttercream. I think that's what it is. I had a few, I might have had 5 from one of like the large clamshells from the bathing garden of Cheshire Cat. And that was the one that the bottom was like a lemon and the top was like a raspberry whip or something. I just didn't get the good performance from this that I really thought I would, especially with the lemon. I kind of think the lemon was a little too sweet. I like my lemon to be more tart, and I think the sweetness diminished the throw for me. And then I said, even on Cold Sniff, that the raspberry whip was very light. So I did this over 2 warmings, I think, in different areas. And one of the times I got a kind of light throw from it, and the other one, I really didn't hardly even notice it. So Cheshire Cat in particular, I would not get again. I have, like I said, I got that one Brain Freeze that I did last week, and that one did amazing from the bathing garden. So I'm thinking it's just Cheshire Cat that just didn't work for me. I finished my bar that I had opened last week in the Blue Week of Maui Mist. And I really, really like Maui Mist. I think it is a beautiful scent, and it's already been added into my club. I really like it. It's not a super strong performer. It's just a beautiful, beautiful scent for me, and I want to keep getting it for a while until I feel like I have enough of it, and then I'll probably take it out again. I finished, I think I had 2 cubes in here, either 1 or 2, of Just Breathe. I had 2. I had 2 cubes of this, and I had a couple of cubes. Boy, talk about a mistake. And I had a couple of cubes left of pomegranate prosecco. And I kind of took the challenge, since it said that know that you have and that you do not reach for. Now is the week to do so. So it was almost kind of like ones that I'm not necessarily sure I'm gonna like kind of feeling. Let me just grab those. Or ones that I had open and wanted to finish. So I didn't know really where to do these 2. So I thought, oh, okay, I'm just going to put them in here. Like, I'm working all week. So my desk is in the sunroom, the living room, sunroom. And so I'm not going to come in here, like, I'm not going to spend hours upon hours in here. I'll come in here a couple of times a day or whatever. And kind of more so just to check the scent and stuff. Yeah. Talk about bad. Oh my goodness. Just Breathe and pomegranate prosecco definitely do not belong in the same room. I didn't mix them like I had them in, like, I think there was 2 in this one, so I put this one in one warmer, and then I think there was 3 in here, so I put like 2 in one warmer and 1 in another. Holy moly, that was just horrible. I think I even told Alexa to turn off the stuff in here, because I was like, I don't even want to come in here and smell that. That was, well. I finished one that I had opened called Spiced Berries. I think I did this one on the landing, and it's not like one of my favorites, but this is one I feel like it's got its time, right? Like, there, you gotta find the perfect temperature kind of day to warm this, and then I'll like it. I'll think it does really well. But I think the day I did it was not the right day. So I finished up the one from, was it Sense of the Season collection. It's written right on there. This one's called Fireside Chats. And it's got like little oranges on there, and it's a very smoky kind of thing. And I tend to like smoky. I did not like this one. I just did not like it. This was another one, I think, that, again, I have the little cups in the warmers. I think I pulled the little cups out because I was like, I just can't do this today. I can't do it. It was like, no. I did a bar of marshmallow mint. I had that one in my selections of stuff I wanted to do. I think I liked marshmallow mint so much more when it came out, and I have a few bars because I really enjoyed that buttermint scent. And I don't know, maybe it has to do with the season that we've had this year. Didn't really have a good, although it's cold today, but it didn't have that kind of season, the feeling and the temperature for marshmallow mint for me. So I don't know, I haven't enjoyed it this year. And I don't get the best throw from it. I finished up the bar that I had open of Cashmere Corduroy. I did this one in the sunroom / living room, and I made a point of keeping, I have like sliding French doors that separate it from the dining room. And I made a point of trying to keep those doors closed to try to keep the scent concentrated in that room, because it's a long room. It's full of windows. I didn't want it to be lost that way. So I figured, okay, let me kind of keep the doors closed. It did great. I loved it. I thought it did really, really wonderful. I'm still not going to put it in my club because I personally am going to take the chance that it comes back. Okay, I did this scent, which was not in my basket. But it was a lazy morning. I was needing to get downstairs to get to work. It was almost 8 o'clock, and I wanted to change the wax in the room above the garage. So I was like, my basket was downstairs. I didn't feel like I had time to come downstairs, look for something, come back upstairs. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to grab something from in this room because I have wax in that room. And I grabbed a bar of Sensationals Iridescent, which is spearmint and vanilla woods. And wow. I have those warmers in one of those little plug things that will turn off and on and all that, but it hasn't been working. Like, it got disconnected from the Wi-Fi or whatever, so they don't turn off. They're just on all the time. And I put it in, was it Wednesday? It was either Tuesday or Wednesday, and I wanted to hurry up and change wax this morning where I could. And I went in that room thinking, okay, let me change the wax. And it didn't need it. I mean, it was pretty light, but it technically didn't really need it. And I had only used 3 of the cubes up to today, up to this morning. So this morning I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use the other 3. I'm basically going to change it and put the same scent right into that room again. So, wow, I was so impressed. I like the scent. I think it's pretty. And it did phenomenally if it lasted that long upstairs. All right, this one was another one that I had done from Blazed Wicks. It's called Safe Haven. And this is the one that says Gingerwood and Palo Santo. And I did it in 2 different times. The first place, I didn't really get throw from it. I couldn't really smell it, and I was disappointed because on cold sniff it just smells so good. So the next time I said I'm going to do it in my Yankee candle warmer that's on my desk where I work, so that if it's going to throw, I'm going to smell it. And boy, oh boy, did I. It did not throw like into the rest of the sunroom. Like whatever I had going in the sunroom, I could smell in that kind of area. But in my little corner of the sunroom where I work, yeah, it was big time kind of filling that area. It was almost like it created this bubble of how far it would go, and then it wouldn't go past that. But it smelled so good that when my Yankee candle turned off, because it's set to like 9 hours, I didn't have the heart to throw it away. I still have it here, and it's kind of loose because I already kind of made sure to pull it out. And I just sit there sometimes at work and I'm like, oh, gosh, it smells that good to me. I love the deep, rich scent of that gingerwood. Holy moly, is it good. I love it, love it, love it. I just don't know that I would get more of it because it didn't like fill the room. It was great for right there at my desk. So like if you do tea light warmers, I would think it probably do well, especially if you're going to be right there. Oh my gosh. Love it, love it, love it. I'm not going to throw that away. I'm going to purposely keep that because it's one of those kind of soothing scents that relaxes me when I'm a little stressed. So I definitely liked the scent. I just don't know that I would get it again. All right, I got some little bags here. And let's see, I did this one in my room and this one in my room. They're both from Destination Wax. And one of them is called Vegas Showgirl, which is dishy blend of melon, pink flowers, coconut milk, and leather. And this one, I would say what was the most pronounced scent in there was the leather. It threw, I guess, like a strong medium. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like crazy about it. The other one I did in my room was called That Man, and it's a spicy and fresh manly stuff. Leather. I sure did a lot of leather. Leather, tobacco, musk, teakwood, cedar, sandalwood, and black pepper. And I think I did the last 2 cubes this morning in my room. So hopefully it'll do really well today. The other day when I did it, I could smell it when I went to my room that night. I could smell it again. stronger on the leather than anything else, but I did pick up some of the other like manly kind of scents to it. I probably enjoyed it more than Vegas Showgirl, but Destination Wax has one called Rumor Has It, and that is still my favorite. Absolutely my favorite from them. These, if I got them from somebody, I would warm them, but I personally, nah, I probably wouldn't pick those up again. Also from Destination Wax, I did one called Iced Lemon Biscotti. I think I had 3 cubes of this one left. And I think what I did one day was, in fact, I do remember, I did this one in the dining room. Since there was 3, I put 1 cube in each of the warmers, and then I used one of my lemon Scoopables in the Yankee Candle warmer. And I think I put the lemon scoopable with a little bit of vanilla bean buttercream just to make it a little easier to get the scoopable out after it hardened. And then the other one I finished. I think I only had two little cubes left, also from Destination Wax, and that was Frozen. And I remember I wound up mixing Frozen in the 2 warmers that I have on my TV stand in the sunroom. And I put 1 in each, but I also put 1 cube of Perfectly Peppermint with it. And the next day, after I had warmed it that day, there was, it was one of those, I grabbed the little cup and I smelled it to see if it still had scent, and it did. It smelled really, really good. But I felt like the other warmer in the room didn't have scent. It didn't have that combination in it. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to like throw these away, and I want to put something else in the 3 warmer. So what I did was I emptied those 2 cups and I put it in a Yankee Candle warmer that went on my desk that day. And oh boy, did it throw wonderfully from my desk. I was loving it. So I definitely would get more of Frozen. And I like the way it mixed with Perfectly Peppermint from Scentsy. So, and then the other empties in here are not wax related. They're just something that I finished up this week, and I just put it in the empties basket anyways. I had to change a 25 watt bulb. Where? Don't remember, but I did. I had to change one. And I used up a Scentsy Fresh in Palm Beach Breeze. I kind of like this one. I almost wish I still had one for the upcoming spring and summer, and I may wind up getting one later, but I'm going to check to see what's coming in the coming catalog to see if there's maybe a new scent that I might want to try instead for the spring and summer. So that's it for the finished. And then what I still have going, I need to hurry up. All right. So I used only 1 cube because there was only 1 cube missing before. I used 1 cube of chocolate amber type. I did that in my bathroom this morning, the half bath downstairs. I had done several cubes of this one, which was Stonehouse Reserve from L3 Waxy Wonders. I did not like it at all. At all. Nope, didn't like it. I did not even touch this one, which was Jim's Daughter Crafts Oceanside Spa. And the reason I didn't touch this one, and I think I used 1 cube of lemon sorbet on one of the days to mix with some lemon Scoopables, but I didn't use up my lemon sorbet or my cocoa lime or this one because of the temperature, the week. It just didn't fit for me to use those, and I didn't use also the one that I pulled of Plumeria Passion from Black Tie Barn. The week did not fit for me. It just didn't work in terms of using that. Let's see. I did use this morning in the kitchen. I put a cube in one of each of the 2 warmers of Destination Wax zucchini bread cranberry. As I was making my coffee, I was already starting to smell it, so I think that one's going to be a really nice one, but I can't really tell you yet because it hasn't been on all day or anything. I used 3 cubes from Super Tarts of Hook, which says Leather Sea Salt Cologne. I didn't finish this one because I decided I wanted to finish it in my bedroom, and in terms of melting for my bedroom, I kind of ran out of time, so I didn't want to use it in one of the rooms down here. I felt like it would probably get lost. I think it would do better in my bedroom, so I'm saving it. And I did not use any of the one from Absinthe. Again, I'll kind of touch on why I didn't use some of these scents. I did use a nice bit of my Scoopables from Candles by Victoria, of one that I had done that's a mix of Let It Snow and Christmas Memories. And I did this one on the landing upstairs. It was way more full when I showed it to you originally. It's very red candy, cinnamon kind of scent. And I thought it would do well there because it would probably throw better. I did not touch the Scoopable that I had from Rose Girls of lemon snowdrop cookies and Did Somebody Say frosting. I didn't touch that one for the mere fact that I had the other two lemon ones, which was Sparkling Limoncello and Lemon Jet Puff Mallow, which I did use. I did try to use these as much as I could. I mean, that one's pretty close to finished. And I don't want to drop all these things. And here's the Sparkling Limoncello, also almost finished. I mean, if anything, I'm going to have a harder time getting it out of the very bottom there. So I didn't want to open up a third lemon that I knew I wouldn't barely put a dent in when I still had those two and they were almost finished. I felt like I need to finish these two first before I open up another one. So I decided not to open that one. I did these two in my bedroom. I did wax like in my room, and then I have a Yankee Candle warmer in the bathroom. So I did these two in my bathroom. I did Amityville, which I thought did well. Like it didn't do as well as Pink Sugar Patchouli. Pink Sugar Patchouli, I loved this one. I am going to need Pink Sugar Patchouli in like a loaf or something, because I'm going to want to get some like in a loaf or whatever form so that I can do it in my bedroom while doing the Scoopable in the bathroom. Loved it. So I did not open up the one that I had of Overlook Hotel because I concentrated on Amityville and Pink Sugar Patchouli. And that Pink Sugar Patchouli, again, the Yankee Candle is on like a timer, so it's set for like 9. I can do 9 hours. I'll do like 9. Sometimes I'll do 6. Depending on what time of the day it is. And I got a couple of days worth of Pink Sugar Patchouli. And I think I even got a couple of days on Amityville before I switched back to Pink Sugar Patchouli. So I didn't feel like I needed to use that one. And I said I was using my vanilla bean buttercream kind of as a mixer. So I used a little bit of that. I'm running out of space here. And then the last Scoopable I used was one that I got from Made to Melt in the scent Downy. So this is what I want to touch on the Scoopables. I have found that Pink Sugar Patchouli, I love it. I will want to finish that one. The other ones, like I enjoyed the scent, but I don't enjoy the cleanup. I don't feel like I have a lot of time sometimes to be changing stuff, which is why I like to use the little cups. And I spent probably 5 minutes this morning in the one in the bathroom upstairs. I was, the little Yankee cup I had in the Amityville, and it would not come out like this wax. It wouldn't come out like that. I had to kind of pry it out, and it was kind of messy, and it took me a while. I want to say Pink Sugar Patchouli came out easier. So I don't know, maybe it was the day, the temperature, I don't know what it was, but Pink Sugar Patchouli came out easier than Amityville did. And then the lemon ones, I tended to put a little Scentsy wax with it, and that kind of helped a little bit, except for yesterday where I used the lemon one, but I mixed it with a vendor wax, and I put it in my big dish in the kitchen on the stove, and I was having a hard time this morning. I got aggravated and I said, you know what? I'm probably just going to turn it on, let it melt, and then I'll get cotton balls and sop it up, because I didn't want to spend another 10, 15 minutes trying to get that one out, because it's just so goopy and I don't know. So here's what I wanted to say. Here's the little cup that I did on the landing with a vendor scoopable, which I would have said which one it was earlier. And then this is the cup that I had in my bathroom where I used the made to melt scoopable. Just to give you an idea, let's see. As you can see, usually you can just kind of do this with wax and it comes out really easy. And this scoopable is kind of not too bad. This one came out pretty good. I did one upstairs because I was going to change the wax on the landing, and the first one was like really kind of stuck and I was having a hard time. This one didn't come out too bad. It you know, came out. It's not too bad. I'm going to put it back in the thing because that's not my trash can. Now, the made to melt. It's almost granular in terms of the scoop. It's called Scoopies. They don't call it Scoopables. It's almost granular. And the first day when I did it in the bathroom, and it, talk about it through, it lasted. My husband even was like, wow, like that scent in there in that half bath. At one point we had to like leave the door open, and I usually like to keep the door closed. We had to kind of leave the door open just to let the scent kind of come out. But the first time I did it in there and I kind of took the little cup out and I was kind of preparing myself that it was going to be hard. I don't know if it's going to do it this time, but it popped out like a regular wax. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's not even, here we go. And it's out. I mean, it, you know, little pieces sometimes I get stuck on the inside pieces, but nothing stuck to the bottom. This one was, you know, I actually clean these sometimes with a little alcohol also, and they clean up just great. But it popped out just like regular wax does. And I thought, holy moly, that is the kind of scoopable I can get behind. I love that. And I'm just saying, I am going to be, when I look for Scoopables, I am going to be looking for hers. And hopefully, like right now, I don't think she has too many scents available. I'm going to be looking for some other ones. I know I have one that's like a beach nights kind of scent, and that one's going to be used in my bedroom as soon as I can. But I determined, this is what I wanted to say. I determined that Scoopables, not really for me in terms of cleanup. I don't like that. I did like the made to melt though. Loved that one. It cleaned up really easy. It basically worked like wax would. So that I can get behind. The other thing I learned about myself is, I had kind of said this before when I tried a couple of months ago to do melting baskets. Melting baskets don't work for me. They just don't work. I like the idea of a theme. I like the idea, like when we did the blue, I can grab some blue. Like I like the idea of taking a basket and putting some stuff in it, and that being maybe the predominant thing that I plan on warming. But I can't let it be the everything and only thing that I warm, because I did not change the wax mostly today, because with what I had left, I either had something that I felt like was plasticky. I don't want to smell that. I had something that I just completely didn't like the smell. I don't want to do that. Or maybe like something like I love the lemon and the cocoa lime. Well, the temperatures dropped today. Like our high was actually before I even got up this morning, and we're heading towards the 30s. Well, I'm not going to do a lemon and a lime today. That's not what I like to do on this kind of day. So, and that happened during the week when I pulled out ones that I felt like, okay, I can't take that smell. I don't like it. And I didn't find that I had something else in my basket that was really going to work that day. So I went and pulled, and I don't have it in here. I just realized that I went and pulled oh gosh, what's it called? Fresh ice. Because that's what I felt like. I felt like something minty. I wanted something minty, and I think at that point I had already used the other mints that I had. And I was like, but that's what I feel like smelling today. I don't want to do lemon and lime. I don't want to do a scent that smells like plastic. I don't want to do. So I was like, well, I have to go pull something else. I can't do this. So I truly enjoy the basket. I think it's great for kind of getting me to think about maybe some of the things that I might want to warm and use up. But I have determined that it's just not my style. I like to pick on the day. Like, get up today, and again, it's the temperatures are heading down. So I feel like I'm the type of person that's like, well, today, what do I feel like smelling? Like, I don't want to do the Plumeria Passion. That's something that I want to do when I feel like it's springtime. So I just couldn't bring myself to warm it. And I don't know what I feel like today. I may feel like one of the Bring Back My Bars. I may feel like testing out one of those or something. But when I do my basket for tomorrow, I will have a selection of items that will go with the theme. But I'm going to have to preface that with the idea that I'm probably going to have extras that you won't see, because I have to be able to bring in something based on how I feel that day or how the temperature is that day. Just, I don't know. I don't know if any of you are like that. But I think if anything, that's what I'm learning the most from this, is how to figure out what I like, what I don't like, what I'm willing to warm, what I'm not willing to warm. And there's a lot of things that I still need to work through, and I plan on doing that. And just as an update on how I'm doing with the Low Buy, I have bought I did that 6-pack that I said from Scentsy for Bring Back My Bars, and I did the specialty club order where I did my other bars from the club for the exclusive ones. I still haven't closed out that party because I have to think about, I wanted to kind of smell again the Bring Back My Bars and figure out which ones do I want to maybe pick up some extras of and, feel like I'm done with them. And then that's how I'll probably close that party. But I haven't. I have wanted to make several purchases several times. I even kind of got my husband to help talk me out of one of them. I really, really, really wanted to make a purchase. And he, very lovingly, he, didn't tell me I couldn't do it or anything, but he kind of reminded me about something that I had said to kind of make me think about, do you really want to buy that? And so, yeah, I thank him very much for helping me to withstand that time. I still want to. I still may purchase something sometime this month, but I'm really trying really hard not to do any. I'm hoping that if I can just eliminate this month altogether, it'll do even better at helping me work through what I do have. And that is my goal, is to work through my stash. So I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know if you have a similar style of how you like to warm. Like, can you stick to a basket, or are you able to warm through things even if you determine that you don't even like them? Will you just keep warming it? And in in a prominent area of your home, will you keep warming that? I just couldn't bring myself to do that. And I enjoy learning those kinds of things about myself. It helps me to understand what I like, what I don't like, who I am. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed. Leave me some comments about what you like and what you don't like. And until next time, which will be tomorrow when I upload my video of my melting basket, enjoy your scents, enjoy your day, and enjoy your journey. And make sure to stay warm, because I think there's a lot of areas that are going to be quite cold in the upcoming days. So stay warm. Talk to you later. Bye.